Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Yeah. Thank you for attending to this small presentation. I will speak mainly on two words, let's say, green and modular. And we will see which is the answer of our company over this two words. The answer is a product that we call Everest. And I will show you that it's a modular unit with propane. We have available in a 2 and 4 pipe, where 2 pipe means or heating or cooling. 4 pipe means cooling and heating at the same time. And you have also a cooling version, so a chiller with this modular approach. So first of all, who is NX? So NX, it's a leader in usage of natural refrigerant, both for air conditioning and refrigeration. And we have some company of the group that started almost 100 years ago on usage of natural refrigerant, like ammonia. And then we have expertise and history in CO2, in propane, and also water as vector fluid. So these are some numbers of our company. So we have a revenue of around 200 million euro past year. We have 12 factories located in Europe. We are around 1,000 employers, and we have a direct or indirect representative in 125 countries. So here you can see a small arrow that show the story and the company that belongs to the group. So we start from 1934, and we have almost 400 years experience in combined experience. I think that most of the people in the room are already aware of what we are looking here, but there are two words that are always recurring during this meeting, that are the F-gas and the PFAS. Okay, so let's see what it's PFAS, just a short reminder. So the PFAS, it's entered in force in February 2024. And gives 4 main indications. Okay, so that in 2050, all the fluorinated gas will be phased out. We have a reduction of quota. So what means that in 2015, they established a certain quota of usage of this F-gas. Then in 2024, they further reduced the usage of this F-gas. And especially when we speak about heat pump, we have a restriction on GWP of heat pump. Okay. So and then last but not least, we have a service ban. Okay, starting from 2026, virgin refrigerant with GWP 2500 cannot be used anymore during the service. I just highlighted the point 2030 because it's an important step of the F-gas that will include mainly the heat pump and all other air conditioning equipment, excluded the chiller. And this one, you see that you have a strict requirement on usage of a GWP that is 150. The other word that the people are using a lot, it's the PFAS. Okay, so the PFAS are some chemical substances that are contained in many components, parts, and so on, including the refrigerant. Okay, there are some correlation and they can create some health risk. I will not go in detail on all that this health risk. But you see, there is also the PFAS today is still not established, but we are expecting something for 2025. So we are now in 2024. There were a first draft of PFAS and some rule to be applied. And all the people answered with a lot of comments. And in November, there is a second step in which the committee will check these comments and the next step that in 2025, the PFAS regulation should enter into force, and the restriction will be effective 2027. So with the decision expected in 2025, perhaps there will be a, let's say, an entry force in 2030, so similar to F-gases. So, which is the answer to avoid both F-gas, both PFAS? Okay, so the answer is on natural refrigerant, like for example, the propane. So the propane, it's not new like a refrigerant. So the propane, it's used since the 19th century. And I will not go in detail for all this point, but I will just give you that today there are many safety about propane, because there are some people scared about propane, but you will see that the safety aspects are fixed. And I will talk about the environmental impact. You see that the GWP of propane, it's almost zero. Okay. The company NX has a long story in propane. So it's not a product that we are developing now after F-gas, but since 2007, we are manufacturing unit with propane. So we started 2007 with reciprocating. 2009, we did some new unit and some restyling with reciprocating. 2012, we have designed the new unit again with reciprocating compressor. And 2025, we have the fourth generation that it's with the screw compressor. So it's something not new. I will show you now which is the last generation of this product, propane-based, that we call Everest. Okay. So, as I said before, it's in-it pump, 2 and 4 pipe, cooling only, and it's based on a scroll compressor. The scroll compressor arranged in tandem configuration or in trio configuration to reach the two capacity that we see here, that it's almost 90 kilowatt and 120 kilowatt. The units are modular, then we will see what means modular. But imagine that we can mix and we can combine up to 26 size to have a total heating capacity of 1.2 megawatt. We have some versions that are low noise. We have high seasonal efficiency. We will see which is the large operating envelope. And we will have also some detail on the control, because the control now in this unit are quite advanced. And we will focus on the safety and on the easiness to install this unit on job site. So the unit is plug and play, and it's provided with accessories to allow to the customer to make easily the assembly of the modular system. And then we have some main advantages. So one of the biggest one, it's the low refrigerant charge for circuit. So here we are talking about 6 kilos of propane. So it's not a huge amount of propane. We are talking about only 6 kilos. Then another advantage of modularity and of this unit is the redundancy. Because if you have a modular unit, a modular system, and one of the units of the module has some trouble, you can isolate this unit and you have all the other units working. Other advantages are the installation and maintenance, the transportation and the small footprint. Okay, so these units are also designed to make stock. Okay, so you can easily transport, you can make stock. And another good point is that the customer can increase the capacity on the job site on later stage. So if he realizes that he needs more power, he can add another unit in the module easily. Okay, so we said that we have the possibility to combine the module to allow to reach the required capacity. We have a possibility to combine up to 10 modules together. You see that when you install the module, you don't have absolutely no space between the module. And what is important that 88 and 120 kilowatt, they have exactly the same footprint, and they can be installed close to the other. So you can mix the module with different capacity. We provide some headers for water, okay? They are provided in kit and they will be installed, we will see later in detail, but directly by the customer. We have an advanced system with master-slave arrangement, so there is a rotation of the master between the slaves. When one unit has a problem or in its maintenance or something like this, automatically the main controller will reassign the master unit, and the previous master unit can be removed and you can make the maintenance. and also the load requirement, so the load request by the customer, it's managed in a smart way. Okay, and then we have the possibility to completely execute the module in case of a service. Let's talk about the envelope, that it's the most interesting thing. So let's see the heat pump mode, that it's the one on the right. So we have at minus 20 degrees the unit, minus 20 degrees of fresh air temperature. We are able to provide on customer side an outlet temperature of water of 52 degrees. And at 0, we are able to reach up to 77. Okay, so 77 is a temperature that it's almost comparable to the one of a boiler, of a traditional boiler. And then here we have the envelope of the unit for the cooling mode. Okay, so you can see that we can go from 0 degrees up to 48 degrees. And at 48 degrees, we are able to have an outlet water temperature of 20 degrees. So when people think to propane, they always think to safety. Okay, so when we designed the unit, we took particular care to the safety. And we have two levels of safety. One level of safety is by design, and one level of safety is by manufacturing. Okay, so by design, we have a leak detection through some sensor installed inside the compressor box. And we have two levels of LFL, so where LFL is the lower flammability level. So if the unit detects a low LFL value, goes in alarm, and then after a while, when the concentration of LFL go below our set, there is an automatic reset. When the unit detects a high LFL value, automatically stop, okay, and you need a manual reset. So when there is an alarm due to refrigerant leak, the unit is completely powered off except the ATEX fan and the sensor. Because you have an ATEX fan that starts to rotate and start to ventilate the compressor vane to dilute the propane that it's leaking. Then the customer will see that there is a leak due to an external signal lamp plus a contact that can go directly to customer system. The sensor that we are using are last generation self-calibrating sensor, so we don't need the periodic calibration. This one is by design, but then we have also by manufacturing, because each unit, before the unit leave the factory, it's tested. So we have a special cabin to make the pressure test and the helium test. So the purpose is to avoid that unit with leak reach the customer site. In terms of installation, the unit is, as I said before, we provide all the instruments to make the unit easy to be installed on the job site. So we have hydraulic connection grooved, so fast to install, and we supply in kit this header kit, the one in blue. So this one is on water side. In terms of electrical side, we provide the kit that gives to the customer on the job site one single power entry. Okay, so we provide everything to join in cascade the different modules in order that the customer has just to put one main entrance for the power. Similar approach is on the BMS connection. So we provide, according to the number of the unit, some kit to make the interconnection of the different unit, and then to have a single output through the BMS of the customers. Another good point of the modular approach is that we designed the unit to have high commonality of components. Why high commonality of components? Because we want to avoid that the customer has different part in case of a replacement. So the fan are the same, electric part are the same. So the unit have huge commonality, and then we designed the unit to have a slide-in, slide-out system. This slide-in and slide-out system, it's good for maintenance, but it's also good to increase in a later stage the capacity of the unit. Okay, I will finish with some point on the connectivity. So the unit can be integrated inside the system of the customer of the building. So we have as optional a centralized display on which we can see what happened on the system and on unit by unit. The unit can be remote monitoring, can have remote monitoring, and they can be connected via LAN or via modem. And then the unit can be connected to local Wi-Fi. Thank you. I finished.